A lot of times people will come to me and say, my spouse has died, there's no will, or my child has died, there's no will. Then if that deceased person has assets in their name, then the assets are distributed under the laws of intestacy, and the estate's called an administration, and the person in charge of it is called an administrator. It has the same powers as an executor, but it's just kind of a different name in New York. But basically, the rules of the estate are the same, at least up through distribution. The administrator collects the assets, pays the bills, but then looks to the law for distribution. So you go to the chapter of the law that talks about this, and you look at the family, and the family decides. So if a person dies and a young person and just has parents, it goes to their parents. If the person has a spouse alone, it goes to their spouse. If this person dies, has spouse and children, it's divided between spouse and children. And then after that, it goes to brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, nieces, nephews, and can go all the way to first cousins. Now, the result of this, I always tell people, is that if you have an extended family, you don't have immediate family of your own, say you don't have children, you don't have nieces and nephews, your estate can end up with first cousins, aunts and uncles and first cousins, and even if, in extreme situations, first cousins once removed, so it's children of first cousins, which means that without a will, your estate may end up with people who have never met you. Not to mention the fact that a significant amount of your estate may be used to figure out who these people are, and going into court and having the court determine that this family is the remaining family, and this family is the family that needs to get this money, and which sometimes requires considerable effort and considerable legal expense, as opposed to a will that just says, I really want it to go to somebody. Or I tell people, if you don't have close family, give it to a charity, give it to somebody, but don't let it just go to people you've never met. But unfortunately, that's occasionally happens.